not 𝗕𝗆𝗶𝗴 reborn.
All right, chat. We're in for a doozy today. Today is going to. Oh, I didn't put on. Hold on, I forgot to turn on one more thing. I owe you a free rap reverb, but I forgot to turn on my thing. I forgot to turn on my mix it up so I could do sound thingies. I'm sorry, I forgot to turn it on. Anyways, chat, we're in for a doozy today. Now, if you know me, I really like a good oh my god, I really love a good train wreck, okay? I love train wreck stories. Something about train wreck stories just like invoke me and put me into deep thought and make me think like holy shit, how did we get here? How did this happen? Why did this happen? Who is at fault? Like there's so many circumstances that just involve like train wrecks. It should be studied at this point. Train wrecks should just be studied here, okay? but this train wreck in particular is something that we are familiar with, actually. Something that we have seen in the past, like, what, 15, 20 years, I'd say? Yeah? Because when was Dashcon held, chat? Hold on, let's get a reference. Dashcon. That was on 2014, on July 11th through July 13th of 2024, Dashcon was held. And that's when we knew about modern day, and that was like the beginning of like convention scams. Now convention scams still happen, but this Dashcon was really the event that like catapulted convention scams and fandom scams into the limelight. And now I know we're coming up on 10 years for that, by the way. Jesus fucking Christ. I have to do a Dashcon special, I think. I have to do a Dashcon special, but I think it's gonna be happy while I'm away in Japan, so that's gonna be kind of sad that I think I missed out on it. Yeah, it's gonna be happy when I'm in Japan. No, oh my god. But I mean, we're now in 2024, almost 10 years after Dashcon, and Dashcon has been reborn. It has been reborn, and it's not in the Americas this time. No, it's not in the Americas. You know where it's at? In the Philippines. In the Philippines, the poor Philippines. Yeah, welcome back, Dashcon, 10 years later. Welcome back, Dashcon, because today, chat, we are talking about something that only happened about 2 weeks ago, actually. So this is like still kind of fresh in the Filipino community's minds, as well as it's finally, I mean, it kind of did reach over here, but I don't think it reached the big heights as something as Dashcon. However, if it does reach that height, I think after this stream, we can easily say this is the modern Dashcon. Because last time we had a scam event happen like this, I think it was like Fire Festival. And listen, I was there for Fire Festival. I didn't go to Fire Festival, but I remember going on my Silly Green website forum boards, and I was live reacting to all of the bullshit that was happening. Like, I got in my comfy little chair, grabbed me some chicken tendies, and I was just live reactioning to it the whole fucking time Fire Festival happened. And then, of course, we have Rainforest. You guys should know Rainforest, which is the, how do I even explain? It's a Dashcon-esque, furry convention. And now, in 2024, we have our modern Dashcon again. Dashcon has been reborn once again, because today, chat, we're gonna be talking about Pokeverse PH, how a Pokemon event. That's right, this is a Pokemon event, by the way. You know, the silly little Pokemon games and everything. Pikachu and all those silly Pokemons. Yeah. Pretty much in the Philippines 2 weeks ago, an event called Pokefest, or not Pokemon, Pokeverse, actually. Pokeverse was held in the Philippines. And oh my god, chat, oh my fucking god, it's kind of bad. It is kind of bad. It's kind of bad. Listen, as someone who has been organizing and hosting conventions and events and all that for the past 10 years, this is bad. This was really bad. And the thing is, well, you may think, oh, like if it's similar to Dashcon, oh, there's gonna be like what, the ball pit? Maybe there's like a money scam going on. No. I think this is actually, I want to say this is a little bit worse, because I'm gonna bring spoilers right now, but this involves sick children. That's right. This event involves really sick, immunocompromised cancer children involved in this event. And you'll understand what I mean by that towards the end. This event is really fucked, chat. Yeah, you should be oh-knowing. You should be oh-knowing already. You should be oh-knowing. But before we get started, I just want to welcome you guys in. I do gotta say, be prepared. You're just gonna be angry by the end of this. You're gonna be so angry. And also as well, I'm going to be providing insight from an adventurer's perspective on like what may have happened, what may not have happened, and what is excusable and not excusable. A lot of this actually be unexcusable. I'm gonna be real with you. Looking into this, I'm like, oh god, like how can you let that fucking happen? But yeah, it's gonna be really messed up, chat. I'm just gonna let y'all know now, it's gonna be really messed up. Is this an IRL? Yes, this is an IRL event that happened in the Philippines. It took place during Off-Kai Expo. So the reason why I think it didn't hit a lot of it didn't hit like the big, it went viral, but it didn't go as viral, okay? And I think the reason because that is it happened during Offkai Expo, which is of course our big VTuber convention here in the United States. And everyone was really, really focused on that. So this went viral and happened literally the same exact time Offkai Expo happened. So, so because of that, I think it's my duty to bring light to this event and to show you guys the ridiculousness and probably what to do and what not to do if you ever want to host your own event. How is the Offkai Kapipi? Or oh man, it was so great. I had to sit in the cup chair. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough room on the bed, but it looked pretty fun. Looked pretty fun. The game. Should I be drinking? To numb yourself from probably head smacking yourself. Yes. I would say you should start drinking now. Is this from the Tumblr? No, this is actually from Pokemon, the Pokemon community. I want to know how bad the Pokeverse disaster. It was so bad. Okay, I said it earlier, but it was so bad that immunocompromised cancer children were put at risk of dying. That's how bad it was. Thank you so much, Hardcore, to resub for 10 months. Happy 10th anniversary to us. Thank you. But before we get started, because I really want to get into it. Shit, I really want to get into it. But before we get started, we do have to say hi to everyone. So please sure to use the Hello Nya to redeem on Twitch, or if you're on YouTube, please sure to use the be sure to say hi, drop an emote, whatever it may be. I'll say hi to you. But the other thing I need to point out is happy Independence Day to the Filipino bros out there. I know I have a sizable Filipino audience out there, so kamusta, kabikini, kamusta, and happy Independence Day to everyone. Yay! I know it's like technically the next day for you guys, but it's still technically Independence Day, I guess, for you guys in America, since we're a day behind. So happy Independence Day! I'm not late. I'm just unfortunately on the other side of the world. I'm unfortunately in the past, and I am reliving it right now. Yeah! Alrighty, so yes, before we get started, like I said, let's go ahead and say hello to everyone. So, let's go and say hello to our lookers and watchers. Thank you so much, guys, for being here, no matter what you guys are doing. Working hard, playing hard, studying hard, or watching the VOD at a later time. Really appreciate every single one of you guys here, and I hope we have a lovely Wednesday! Happy Wednesday! Halfway through the week! Yeah, we're halfway through the week. Alrighty, now let's say hello to everyone here on Twitch. Let's say hello to everyone here on Twitch. So let's say hello to Bullet Gamer, Vengana, Q, Casper, Dream, Black, I did it for free, Red Leon, Vinny, Xeon, Cupek, Spino, Big Guy, Harquins, Hikimoto, Rex, Pastoring, Yuzu, Lord Puppy Vomit, and Weird Guy Green. Welcome in, guys. Yay. Alright, and then on YouTube, hold on, I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller for myself. Participants. Let's say hello to Desert Pond, Dry, Hidden, Red, Rui, Rusty, Tetty, Wibbly, Wobbly, Ya, Zawa, Zero, and Zuifeld, and Ani. Welcome. Oh, hi, Mom. Hi, Mama. Hey, Mama. My mom is here, so guys, please behave, okay? Please behave. Okay, alrighty. So, are we ready to go on this crazy adventure, chat? Are we ready to see the shit show that is Pokeverse? I really just want to jump into it because, like, it's just really silly. But I think before I jump into it, let me also promo a couple of things that's actually Filipino kind of related. One of these is related to the Philippines, actually. So if you're a Filipino watcher, you may want to listen. Very closely, okay? First of all, I have my schedule tomorrow. So today, of course, we're doing Pokeverse PH event deep dive. Tomorrow we're playing Sashingo, and then we're gonna do Idol Music Video Media Share as well. That's gonna be Twitch exclusive. So if you can, please be sure to follow my Twitch to get notified on when that stream will go live. Yeah. Alright, and on Friday we're playing Kingdom Hearts because Kingdom Hearts is releasing on Steam, and I'm so happy about that, so we're gonna play Kingdom Hearts. And Saturday and Sunday we are watching Air! Episodes 1 through 6. 1 through 3 is gonna be on Saturdays, 4 through 6 on Sunday. Hope you guys can come by for that, and we can watch some really, really cute, sad summer show. Yeah! Alrighty. So, oh, one more thing. Wait. One more thing. Aside from that, Aside from that, I forgot to include this. In here. if you're in the Philippines, I will be attending a Filipino event actually. So speaking of Philippine events, I will be attending OnLive, and trust me, OnLive is nothing like Pokeverse PH. They are run by really kind and amazing and very skilled people in the Filipino community, especially in the VTuber community. If you want to go to a VTuber event, this is one you can go to. It's called OnLive, and I am a special guest there. I will be performing a couple of songs, and I'll be hopefully doing a meet and greet as well. So I hope you guys can be there for this. I really hope everyone can be there for this. There's also some really great, amazing Filipino guests as well. If I remember correctly, I think 𝗕𝗿𝘆ście, which is a live 2D rigger, is going to be there doing a presentation. My good friend 𝗕𝗿𝗃 is going to be there as well. And a whole bunch of other really great people. They're all going to be great. They're all going to be amazing. I highly recommend you come by and you support OnLive and support me. Yay! Alright, yes, Swag and Peanut will contribute live stream publicly. So this time, I will not be able to stream my thing publicly. However, an archive for it will be uploaded for members on YouTube. So if you're a member, please be sure to check out around that time. I'll hopefully be uploading it after the concert gets aired. Because, it's not exactly live, but it is kind of live at the same time. It's a mix. It's a mixture of like live stream and not. So I hope you guys can still be there. So really hope you guys can be there. But I will be recording it and putting it for members on YouTube. Yay! I'll be online. I'll see. Oh, thank you. I didn't know you were gonna be there. Yes, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. I'll be doing a meet and greet and a performance. So please come by for it. I would love to talk to you guys. I'm trying to brush up on my Tagalog right now. I know kamusta. Kamusta means hi, and what is it? Kaibigan. Kamusta kaibigan? Yeah. I know some Filipino. I know Filipino. Yay! I'm excited for your performance. Thank you. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Yay! Alrighty. And I guess that's it. That's all I have to shill for now. So why don't we get on into the deep dive now? I think we should definitely get into the deep dive now. Kaibigan, nice job with the Oh, did I do good with pronunciation? Oh, thank you. I'm not good at pronunciation when it comes to a lot of Southeast languages or Southeast Asian languages. Tagalog is kind of easy for me because it's some words are some words of pronunciation are very similar to Spanish because, you know, you guys were taking over my Spanish people. But when it comes to other languages like Indonesian and Thai, I don't do too well in those, but I'm doing my best. But Tagalog is, despite it being a little bit difficult, it is one of the easier ones for me to learn, just because of how similar it is to Spanish. Okay, now we could go on to the next screen. I think we're ready. Are we ready, chat? Are we ready to learn more about this disaster known as Pokeverse PH? And I think before we do that, I think we should get some really cute themed music up in here. We should definitely get Pokemon. Get some Pokemon music in here. Let's do. I did Gen 3. I want to do the Gen 3. Gen 3 music. Let's do. Okay. Yay! Oh, that's really loud though. That's really loud. I think we should get. But I wanted some theme music in here. Okay. Now let's go. Now we can go over here. Now I can go over here. Oh, ooh, we went a little too far. Alrighty. Okay, guys. So today's deep dive presentation is the failure of Pokeverse, the Filipino Pokemon event turned modern Dashcon. Yeah! I remember my mom picking me up early from school and taking me to the to get Pokemon Stadium 2. Oh, I remember when my dad first gave me my first Pokemon game. It was Pokemon Yellow on his Game Boy, and I loved it so much that he bought me he let me play his Crystal, and then he let me play, and then he bought me a Game Boy Advance for Ruby and Sapphire. Yeah. Is Gen 3 with Totodile Cynical? No, actually, that is with Torchic. That's with Torchic and Mudkip and Torchic, Mudkip, and Trico. Yeah. We're diving headfirst away over our heads. Let's do this. Yeah, we gotta do this. First Dashcon to Glasgow, Pokemon Willy Wonka's Train, and now Pokeverse. But yes, this presentation will be about Pokeverse. And it's a Filipino event. And it's our modern Dashcon. Because remember, a lot of kids on the internet nowadays, kids are younger nowadays. Here, this is the reason why I call it the modern Dashcons. Because kids either weren't proficient enough to understand the internet back in 2014, and if they are now, then they don't know what Dashcon is. I'm be real with you. Most kids don't know what Dashcon is nowadays. That's why I say modern Dashcon, because people younger than us don't know Dashcon. Because let's be real, when we were kids, that's what Dashcon happened. Like, we were in middle school, high school, probably going into college. When we were kids, Dashcon happened. But the kids nowadays, they were babies. Probably not even born yet. Most adults don't remember. Yeah, most adults don't remember Dashcon either, too. So, you gotta understand, this really is the modern Dashcon just based on the generational differences. So, before we start, who am I? You may be wondering, who the fuck is this VTuber and why is she talking about our the local Filipino scene, and will she be saying anything sussy during this? Well, yes, but no. But hi, my name is Nyaru. I'm an idol VTuber. I've been streaming variety content for 3+ years on Twitch and YouTube. I really like doing deep dives. If you watched my last deep dive, which was about the cancellation of Hatsune Miku and why Miku Expo failed here in the United States, that was one maybe that you may know me for, maybe not know me for. I'm not too sure, but I have done a lot of deep dives before, and this is my second time doing a deep dive in this sort of style with slides and more summarized presentation, and also giving my own opinions and feedback about what's going on as well. Because also I'm a 2 decades I'm 20-year-old. No, not 20, but I'm forever 18 to heat. But for the past 2 decades, I've been a Pokemon fan. I've been a Pokemon since I was 5 years old. My favorite generation is Generation 3. My favorite Pokemon is 𝗟:RAVIoli, and the longest playtime I ever had in Pokemon was 500+ hours in Pokemon Platinum. Yeah. I really like Pokemon Platinum. It was really one of the good games. Yeah, Hag Pokemon status. Hag. I'm very much Hag. But yeah, I love Pokemon. My dad introduced me to Pokemon. I also like playing I sometimes play TCG. I like watching like the matches, like the TCG matches, the online matches for like the games and everything. So I would say I'm pretty well versed in Pokemon. Actually, I'm pretty well versed. I don't show it as much because I try to suppress like this kind of autism. But trust me, chat, I all my life was all about Pokemon. Okay. Alrighty, and then finally, on a more related note to this, actually, this is very related to today. I have 10+ year convention and event experience. Actually, I gained my knowledge by going to. Sorry, let me start over. I've gained knowledge from organizing events, concerts, by volunteering and running anime conventions. So I'm happy to provide insight for you guys on what's going on here, why it happened, why this is sussy and not sussy, why this is okay and not okay. So you're gonna get a really unique perspective today from someone who has done events, who has hosted her own events, and has dealt with the con scene here in America. Now, I will say, the con scene from America to the Philippines, they're very different, by the way. They're very different. But what makes there's still some similarities, though. There's still some similarities. Alrighty. But yes, that's me. Hi, nice to meet you. Hope you guys are ready for a fun time today. So, I did say this disclaimer earlier, but I'm gonna say it again. While I'm here to provide insight, my views and opinions are my own. Everything here unfortunately here in America, I have to say it's alleged. I don't know how laws work between the Philippines and the United States, or like what carries over, what doesn't carry over. So for everything said here, it is all alleged. Allegedly, it is alleged. Of course, please do not harass anyone for any reason. We like to learn before we react. That is something I really want to highlight here. I get it. There's a lot of people that are upset about this event, and rightfully so. But we should also learn before we react to anything. However, no matter what, I hope you enjoyed this presentation today. Alrighty, so what exactly is Pokeverse? Pretty much by the tagline, it is the premier Pokemon-themed expo in the Philippines made by fans for fans. Now, we'll put a pin on that. We'll put a pin on that. Put a pin on that real quick, chat, okay? Listen, we haven't even gotten started. I'm like, chat, you need to put a pin on that real quick. That's how you know how bad this is, chat. Put a pin on that. Alrighty, but pretty much Pokeverse is a Pokemon convention in the Philippines, and it featured two special guests. Veronica Taylor, which is the 4Kids Ash voice actor. So if you watch the original 4Kids dubbing of Pokemon, of the original like seasons, as well as, you know, Mewtwo, Mewtwo Strikes Back, etc., you may recognize Veronica Taylor for the voice of Ash. And of course, we have Jason Page, which is the singer of the Pokemon theme song, the one that goes, "I wanna be the very best, like no one ever." That one, he's saying that, and he's been doing so many events this past couple of years, actually, literally going to conventions just to sing the Pokemon theme song. And he is a really, really nice dude. I would love to see him like in person one day, but he has been doing a lot of stuff recently, and this is just one of the things he's been doing. And of course, like I said, this took place from May 31st to June 2nd, and that was during Offkai Expo, so I kind of slept on it for a little bit until I got back from Offkai and I heard about it. I was like, whoa, okay, we gotta do a stream about this. However, thanks to the event coverage of ex-user VTuber, we were able to get a glimpse at this modern-day Dashcon, Firefest, and Rainforest event. That is a mouthful to say. So yes, so I do have to give big credit for this whole presentation to VTuber. Let me go ahead and see if I can find, but like grab their Twitter so that's how we can give them big thank yous, and you guys can, and there will be a whole bunch of other people I'll be crediting throughout this whole stream as well. But here is the original thread, including the user as well. So please, wait, Beaton is in chat. What? Well, thank you for your brave coverage of this event, and I hope. I feel bad for your friend. Listen, you'll understand why I say I feel bad for their friend, because it gets really deep, chat. This gets steep. So let's just jump into it. So we're gonna highlight what happened at Pokeverse first. Oh, I labeled this incorrectly. Don't worry, this is classic Nyaru right here. So there's 4 things I want to highlight. I know it says 3. It says 3 twice, I know. But there's 4 things we want to highlight. So first of all, Pokeverse was sponsored by an NFT and a feng shui objects shop. If that's not a red flag, is that the red flag number 1? I don't know what is this. Number two, empty venue and mistreatment of artists. Now, I'm really upset about the mistreatment of artists thing here, because trust me, as someone who has done conventions in the past, you need to understand that Artist Alley is what really is like the crucial part to most conventions. And the fact that the 2 artists I'm going to be citing here were very much mistreated, really, again, is another red flag in itself. Pokeverse, Metaverse, oh my god, it was under our noses the whole time! Pokeverse, Metaverse! Oh! Oh no, oh god. Question is, which was the biggest red flag, the NFT or the feng shui shop? What is the, I think the NFT company has to be the biggest red flag for me. Okay, third one. Now this is a little, I just like this part. I thought this part was just fucking silly. Ravioli Man and Try the Inflatables. Try the Inflatables. Where have we heard that from, chat? Where have we heard that from? Ravioli Man? And finally, number 4, there's supposed to be a dash in there, but I don't know. I think my thing like fucked up. But exposing immunocompromised children to large crowds. I think this is despite the NFT, I think this is the biggest red flag for me. I think this is the biggest red flag for me, but those are some highlights. Those are what you can be looking forward to in this presentation today. So the red flags, we all saw it coming, but you know how it is. So here's some highlights of the section where we're going through the red flags, the stuff that happened before the convention, things that we can look at and be like, yeah, that, you know? So, allegedly, they copied slogans from PokeCon, which is another convention we'll be talking about here in a bit. Expensive ticket prices. You'll see what I mean here by that in a bit. Inconsistent information and sponsors and floor plans. I think we already mentioned the sponsors part, but that'll be towards the little end of it. So, copied slogan from PokeCon. So, Pokeverse copied the slogan from PokeCon, which is another annual Pokemon convention in the Philippines, which, from what I gathered from my Filipino viewers when we were discussing this on Discord, this is actually one of the best Pokemon events in the Philippines. And if I could just give them a big shout out, you should definitely attend that one, because from what I've seen, it actually looks really cool, really lit. The art style looks amazing. If I ever go to the Philippines and I am ever in the area, I might actually go to this, because it looks really cool. So in America, we don't have, like, Pokemon-centric events. We usually just have general anime convention or gaming convention, or like only recently we have things like VTuber conventions. So it's really, really cool that the Philippines is really dedicated to doing like very fandom-centric events, not just including Pokemon, by the way. Apparently there's like Genshin conventions, there's some Hololive events that happen, there's Nijisanji events that happen. Oh, and thank you for the context as well, because I think this is a really good one to mention. PokeCon is free. Bitches, this event is free. Again, put a pin on that. So, yes, they pretty much copied the slogan not word for word, but they did take the premiere part, which can't be argued. No one really owns the word premiere. However, the part that really sold me, and I have a kind of a quote for this as well, but I don't know. Copying word for word the non-affiliated sentence is what makes it really believable for me. Because as you can see here on the PokeCon one, it says this group is not affiliated in any way or officially associated with the Pokemon Company and its subsidiaries. As you see from Pokeverse bio on Facebook, same thing, just... Can I borrow your homework? Yeah, be sure to just change it up a little bit. This is what they mean by changing it up a little bit. So already big flag number 1. And I can argue that, most of these type of fandom events do need to put something like that in like their, in their bio, in like their event descriptions, just for legality reasons. But they could have worded it different. Let's be so real. Red flag number 1. They straight up copied another event. Let's be so real. Let's be so real about that. Riding Homer for free and charge a premiere premium. God, I hate it. Okay, so this is the part where it's gonna get a little bit confusing. I did try my best to put back in some price points for you guys. However, I don't think I did it for all my slides. Expensive ticket prices. Now, this is also a red flag here in America. When we see very expensive ticket prices, we kind of get a little more skeptical. So this was like, oh my god. If I saw this, I would have been like, oh, no, don't go. So, in the Philippines, most conventions cost around, like, peso, right? You guys use peso? Yeah, Filipino peso? 500, which is about $9. However, there's also a really big handful of events that are for free. Mind you, for free. Of course, the standard day pass for Pokeverse. I'm gonna have other slides, by the way, that show it here. But the standard day pass, so this is a 1-day pass, 1-day entry fee, was peso 1,000, which is $17 about for us burger lands. 6,000 peso for a VIP day pass. Mind you, that's a day pass. It's $102 for a day pass. I want you to keep in mind, here in America, a day pass to go to a convention is usually around like $60-$70. So even by American standards, that's already really overpriced for like a VIP day pass. And then for the 3-day VIP price, it is 19,500 peso, which was around $330. And it did include some freebies and everything. The price point apparently was justified by them to provide security, crowd control, freebies, and cover costs of guests, but we're gonna learn later that that's really not the case. So let's go a little bit more deep into this. So of course, the standard ticket, there it is. It just accesses all general areas, activities, including panel workshop, merchandise booths, or you can get it. Oh, if you see right there, they have a standard child ticket. Put a pin on. I'm telling you to put a pin on a lot of things, but put a pin on that, chat. Put a pin on that. VIP tickets! Alright, so now VIP tickets, they're originally supposed to be 6,500, but now they went down to 600 or 6,000. So this includes to elevate your experience with VIP access, exclusive meet and greets, autograph signings, front row seating, and limited edition merchandise. The VIP child, of course, is seen there as well. But it also includes one limited edition Pokeverse collectible card, unique per day, one free Pokeverse t-shirt, raffle and trainer quest. Oh, the trainer quest shit, that made me angry. And then of course autograph signatures, and that also made me angry as well. But again, put a pin on it. Put a pin on it. And here's the 3-day pass. As you can see there, it was supposed to be 19,500, but of course it went down to 15. Limited to 50 tickets in total. And services include 4 signature and photo op coupons for headliner of choice. Merchandise includes 2 limited edition collectible cards, 1 free limited edition Pokeverse t-shirt, raffle and trainer quest, 5 raffle tickets and Pokeverse limited edition hat, 1 free trainer quest and autograph signatures for 4 headliner guests. Now, are there any okay, so Filipino friends, do you know anyone that actually got these VIP tickets? Now I gotta ask, because I wasn't able to find this. Did they end up getting most of those freebies? Like for example, like did they get their Pokeverse collectible card? Did they get their t-shirt? Of course, like the trainer quest, we'll talk about that here in a bit, and then we'll talk about the signatures and the photo ops here in a bit. But do you guys know of anyone who actually did get these items, or did they actually go home without these items? I wasn't able to find this information, so any feedback from you guys would be really, really appreciated if anyone knows anything. Freebies that you paid for. Yes, they got the hats and shirts, and they came in the bag. I knew for a few, and some of them only got 1 t-shirt, but they did get cards and the t-shirts in the goodie bag on day 3. I know a few people who got them. I saw a Facebook post about it, and someone said they still had to pay for the signatures because the staff wasn't informed. Yep, we're gonna talk about that here in a bit. So thank you so much for letting me know about that. I could not find anything about it just because I'm not fluent in Tagalog, so I don't know about Google Translates for being like kind of sussy, but still good to know that they at least got those items. But we'll talk about the signatures here in a bit. So we also have inconsistent information. Now for me as a convention goer and as someone who does events and organizes them, this is a huge red flag for me. This is so big red flag energy for me. So originally they were gonna have a cosplay competition, and they did end up having it. However, cosplayers were promised up to 50% discount ticket, but some cosplayers were denied discounts due to character not being recognizable to staff. And apparently this Alistair Galar ghost gym leader, I don't know if I should bring up a picture of him, but I don't know if you know that gym leader from Sword and Shield. The staff were like, I don't recognize you. You're not getting the discount. You're gonna get... And non-Pokemon cosplayers did get 30% discount, but I hope they got their proper discount. That's fucked up. How can you hire staff or have volunteers that don't know what the event is even about? Now, I can't argue that is pretty common here in America, where conventions do hire outside staffing people, whether it be the hotel staff or... like another company coming in to like staff their event, but it's also not common here as well. It happens, but it's not common, and most companies here also do take the time to at least study up on what they're going to be, presenting on behalf of like the event. So kind of big red flag energy there. kind of big red flag energy right there that they just like straight up, no, we're not giving you the discount because I just don't recognize you. So another big red flag here was children under 5 also get in for free. But this is where this gets complicated, chat. Okay, this gets really complicated because even when I was typing this out, I was like, huh? So children under 5 are supposed to be getting in for free. However, free entry tickets for children were also distributed. But the standard child ticket is for children under 12? So what I mean by this is, originally it says over here, standard child ticket designed for young trainers under 12, get access to the full event, etc, etc. So if you didn't know about that, you would end up paying for your kid. But they apparently gave out free tickets, and then they said children under 5 get in for free. Do you see? Do you see the confusion going on here? It feels a little bit intentional. So yeah, so is it 12? Is it 5? Are you saying you actually like con some people out of money if they didn't know about? Do you understand that? I even was confused by this. Even me, someone, an ESL, who tries her best to understand it, I was even confused by this. The Alistair budgeted account was for his ticket, so when he was at the con, he didn't have any money left, so he was hungry all day. What the fuck? Now they're starving attendees? I'm gonna cry for you guys. You're across the full. I feel like I have to have a full-on conspiracy board right now. You're so right. Because, like, they say there's a free child ticket. Okay, if you get this ticket, you can bring in your kid for free. But then it's like children under 5 get in for free. But then they say children under 12 need a standard child ticket? And my head hurts. My head hurts. Big head hurt moment. Big head hurt moment. Anyways. Okay. I got a headache from trying to explain that. Yeah, who let them cook? I'm sorry, who let these people cook? So sponsors and floor plans. Sponsors and floor plans. This is another big red flag energy. So Pokeverse was sponsored by a couple of people, but the biggest 2 red flag ones, in my opinion, because they also had Make-A-Wish. Put a pin in that. They had Singapore Airlines. They had Miniso. But the 2 big ones that were just like, whoa! Even me, someone from America, can recognize like that's not a good sponsor to have. Kaleidoscope, I want to call him Kaleidoscope, but Kaleidoscope is an NFT company based in Dubai. What's a NFT company from Dubai doing in the Philippines? They're not even Pokemon related. And apparently they specialize in VR and AR technology. It's starting to become a pin. I know this is becoming a pin cushion. I know. But it will all make sense in the end. And then I don't want to say, listen. I'm an American. We can't say the other word that kind of rhymes with this. I feel this is not my intention, but the name of the Lucky Charms feng shui shop company was named 𝗏𝘅. Chat. That's just one letter away from something really sussy. Kaleidoscope and 𝗏𝘅 are actually a son and his mom's. What? Okay, this is a whole ass conspiracy. Oh dear God. I am literally gonna fucking die right now. I'm gonna fucking die. So that's new information for me. Thank you so much. 𝗏𝘅 and Kaleidoscope are, I guess, kind of sister companies because they're owned by the same family. Wink, wink. But both have been proven to be scams, apparently. There's been multiple coming forward of either staff or people who have worked with them that said, like, yeah, this is a straight-up scam. Allegedly. Allegedly, it's a straight-up scam. And of course, when the convention floor plan was released, the only booth names were sponsors. So as you can see here, you see Philippine Airlines, you see Miniso, you see a couple other sponsors in here, but no artists, no other vendors were labeled properly here in the maps. So no one knew kind of where people were. And look at the artist alley. The artist alley makes me sad. So the dawn of Pokeverse. It was truly the beginning of the end. It's so over, guys. So I don't know where to. There's a lot to it. Like I couldn't even fit everything in here. So we have empty venue, poorly planned and added panels and events. Artist alley and artist mistreatment. Ravioli man and try the inflatables. And make a wish for those kids, those cancer kids to not get sick. And much more. I really couldn't fit everything into here. So, first instance of confusion amongst staff. This was just like the first like kind of red flags in the morning. So on the morning of day one, the staff were not properly given information surrounding discounts, booth placements, information. They were just poorly informed. There was zero communication going on. And some people, of course, like the 𝗟𝘆ście cosplay was turned away, not given their proper discount because of their cosplay. Staff also gave out inconsistent wristbands that indicate different passes. So red's supposed to be day one, the green was day 2, and blue was day 3, if I remember correctly. But there were the wristbands they were just kind of giving them out like candy. They didn't really know what they were doing. And of course, tickets were sold and picked up away from the expo. So it caused many to be redirected to an unmarked area that no one knew. Like the sign there is this ticketing area, but apparently from what I understood, this was like pretty much like not far away, like you know, like a mile or something, but it was like really away from the convention to where people just kind of felt weird. You know what I mean? Like it was a weird placement for it. So I think this is remnants of Dashcon right here. Empty venue. So after really confusing ribbon cutting involving staff adding ribbons to the entrance, the expo officially began. And attendees flooded into an empty venue. The size of the venue and places of the booth did not match what was shown on the initial maps. Additionally, the biggest booth belonged to sponsor 𝗟𝘅ście. And they have an unlabeled rest area with a brown stage representing the Chinese Bagula mirror. Overall, but I think these pics are going to say more for itself. So this is supposed to be the Pokeverse museum. It was supposed to have like the starter wall, the Pika wall, you know, really big Pikachu. There's supposed to be a photo wall, you know, all this stuff. And I don't even know. This is just Dash. This feels like backrooms energy. This is backrooms energy. The irregular person who got multiple fans could have given it to random people they had. Yes, yeah, exactly. Like, people were given multiples, and they could have gotten it for free, so like, what was the point of even paying? Inflation Pikachu. That's like empty show floor for a car. AI generated. Oh my god, AI generated venue. Where is the Pokemon? So, I don't know if you can see here. There's supposed to be a little, like, plushie wall right here. So to represent, like, you know, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, and then they had little plushies there, and there's grass, and I know, I feel like I'm gonna get attacked by a monster at any point now. So here's another vendor that was there. As you can see, I mean, like, it's a nice little space for them, but you can tell by, like, the outside portion of it that it's in a weird place, because I mean, look at that. So look, so it's right in front of the little starter wall. And if you can see by the picture at the bottom too, it was just kind of placed just there. No, there were no booth tables or dividers. I mean, there were tables, but there were no dividers. It's not a vendor. Those are private collectors. Are the Pokemon? What? It's not a vendor? That's so tiny compared to, like, okay, yeah, seriously, that is so tiny compared to, like, what's listed on here. The museum. That's the museum, chat. I know, woof, empty, woof, woof. So this is the Frigga booth, as you can see here, chat. It took up so much space. Look at that. It's literally all just feng shui products. Nothing related to Pokemon at all. And then there's the map that's supposed to be going alongside it, but it's also kind of like not listed there properly either. Like, do you see how like this map and like that doesn't add up at all? Like, that's insane. And then of course here was the rest area that was in front of the right near the frigate. Like I don't get this placement. It doesn't match the map at all. But yeah, there's the items. So the stage is supposed to be representing, and then there's like this beanbag chairs and everything. There's supposed to be a rest area, but again, it wasn't properly marked on there. Is this some Lost reference? There were like a bunch of kiosks at a mall than a convention, right? They didn't enough regulars. They just made use of the empty space. Well, I have something interesting to tell about that in a bit, but yeah, this is feng shui is all about obstructing the space. Yeah, this is very. Yeah, I find that very ironic now that you say that, 𝗬𝗁𝗺. I think it's funny that they're taking up the most space in here, but they're also violating some rules of feng shui. I think that's very ironic. That's very fucking ironic. How does I both anti-suffocatingly claustrophobic, right? The shade of the venue was off. Maybe the booths were aligned east-west and would have been gone down back. Oh, the irony in this, man. Alright, so panels and events. So, of course, they had the main guest, which was Veronica and Jason. Pretty good. So they have the Pika stage, which is the main stage where guests and panels happen. It looked professional, but there were instances of like the host and the staff making their guests uncomfortable. Like, for example, apparently Veronica's daughter came with her, and she looked visibly uncomfortable when she got called on stage by one of the hosts, which is big no in hosting. You do not call out people that are not supposed to be on stage. Big no, big hosting 101. Never, if it's not on your run a show, do not do it. However, there were some events like Pokemon themed baking and live sketching that were only advertisements for local businesses. So the live sketching, from what I understand, that was literally just a dude on the screen drawing and just taking live commissions, and you had to pay. And from what I understand, I think you had to pay for said commissions. And then the themed baking was just an advertisement panel for a local, I think it was like a local bakery or like a printing shop, if I remember correctly. So yeah, some of these panels ended up just being advertisements, not any Pokemon related at all. They were just straight up advertisements. So other panels they did have was learn basic digital art. They didn't provide a proper description. They did say there, don't forget your iPad and stylus pen, but they also didn't list what kind of drawing program they were going to be using. And I felt bad. From what I understand, apparently there was a lot of kids that showed up and just didn't have iPads, so they felt really left out. But yeah, people would sign up and they were just like, oh, I didn't know I need to bring this. I mean, yeah, it says it right there, but they didn't properly convey it, you know? Not panels on the screen on the main stage. I personally had to ask the staff and the events that they were showing me the merch. Jesus Christ. The fruit parents even gave out gift cards. I noticed gift cards is a very common thing throughout this whole ordeal. Because now you're telling me gift cards are being distributed at the panels. There's gift cards distributed for like the Trader Quest people. There's gift cards given to poor Rita. Why is gift cards so? Then again, now that I think about it, it makes sense. Gift cards are like a really great way to redistribute money without being tracked, actually, depending on the country. I don't know how it works in the Philippines. But a lot of people can turn their quote-unquote dirty money into positive like green money. Positive clean dirty money, or positive clean money by using gift cards. Gift cards are most likely to buy one free gift card. Convention goers, dude, yeah, do not redeem! Do not redeem! Listen. From what I've researched, allegedly this feels like money laundering. My conclusion is that so far this feels like a money laundering scheme. Because is that this money. That's my conspiracy theory. I wasn't gonna get into it this early, but I'm gonna wait. My conspiracy theory is that this feels like money laundering to me. Now, I don't know how Filipino law works over there when it comes to money laundering, but I've seen it time and time again with certain Comic-Con conventions. Now, Comic-Cons here in the United States are pretty much like the equivalent of what happens to Pokeverse. We have good Comic-Cons, but a lot of times most Comic-Cons are kind of low-key money laundering schemes with the price. If you've been to a Comic-Con before, you know it's like $500 to even take like a picture with like a comic person or like an actor or something. Don't you need money to money launder? I mean, okay. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm gonna schizo theory real quick. I'm gonna theory hard real quick. But Frigga and Kaleidoscope being the biggest sponsors of this, having the biggest booths, the biggest sections, gave the most money, and they just needed to maybe clean it up a little bit, put it through a convention, make it look like it's clean, and then bada bing, bada boom. They're out of there scot-free. See where I'm going with that, chat? Do you understand? Alrighty, so this is like a really big red flag for me. So Artist Alley and Artist Mistreatment. So I want you to look there. This was their Artist Alley. I feel really bad for this Artist Alley. So Artist Alley map was completely downsized from the original floor map advertised by Pokeverse. Pokeverse is also selling Pokemon paintings, but didn't label prices. So it's this picture on the bottom left over here. The picture on the bottom left. They made attendees walk back and forth between the paintings and that table to check prices and to see if they were still available. And then finally, multiple artists came forward about their mistreatment by Pokeverse, and this is where it gets a little bit interesting, chat. And you know how I mentioned earlier that, like, you know, they're trying to make the most of their space because, like, maybe they downsized or something? Oh yeah, no, that's confirmed. That happened. So according to Dan, which is Dan user W334800 on X, Pokeverse was supposed to have 39 artist alley booths. Ended up going down to 15. They basically chopped more than half of their artist alley booths. Staff also couldn't reply right away to any questions due to very high demand. Very high demand. They also initially placed Artist Alley away from the main convention as well. So this was the initial map right here. This is like a preview map. As you can see, and that circle right there, that's where the Artist Alley was supposed to be. You know, the whole con, you know, the VIP areas, you know, everything right there, that's all the main part of the event, and then they just get shoved in the corner. And for me, as someone who does events, definitely this is a big red flag for American cons as well, is how and where they place their Artist Alley. And seeing it shoved out to the side like this, oh my god. I just want to say there was a team of college kids who were boothing for the first time, and this was their first experience at the convention. They didn't make it, they didn't make it back. Jesus Christ! I'm so happy I have like the source TM here to provide us more details. I should just get you on for like an interview, man. I gotta get you on for like a part 2 interview maybe, just to like have all the recallings of everything, man. But the doc says that even the event organizer is the feng shui. So, oh, wait. I didn't notice that at first. Holy shit, I didn't notice that at first. Dreamy just pointed out something really crazy. So you know our theory that we just said like 2 minutes ago? That 𝗕𝗏𝗁 and 𝗨𝗨𝘁𝗀, owned by the same family, that this is a money laundering scheme. Allegedly a money laundering scheme. And if you can see here on this document provided by Dan, organizer, corporate representative, Universal Lifestyle Feng Shui, ULFS. Oh my god, I didn't notice that at first. I really only had it there for the exhibitor fee portion. Holy fuck. That is a really great catch stream. Holy fuck. Okay, let me talk about Dan's experience though. I really want to talk about it. So yes, staff couldn't reply right away and to any questions due to high demand, quote unquote. They also initially placed artist alley away from the main convention. So after initially being quoted, 6K, which is hold on, I didn't label these. So hold on. Let me get. So this is 6K, so 6,000. That's $100. So after being quoted for us America burgers, after being quoted $100 for a 1 meter by 2 meter artist table space for an early bird rate, they out of nowhere they changed it to 27,000 because originally Dan wanted to get multiple because it wasn't the space wasn't big enough. So they told him, hey, you need to get 2 booths, like 2 or 3 booths if you want to fit the amount of space that you want. So he was like, okay. They quoted him 6K for that. 27,000, which is for us America burgers, that is $461 for, I think it was like 2 or 3 of those 1x2 artist tables. And that is about 9,000 per booth. So 9,000 would be $153. So I think that's like what, 3, 4? I think 3 booths. Yeah, this is before conversions. This is before conversions, by the way. I forgot to label this properly. But when the early bird rate ended, any artist who wanted to sign up after that had to pay $15,000 per booth, which is $256. $256 for an artist alley booth. Here in the United States, I would say it's maybe around like $150, maybe $200 tops for like the high tier conventions, I'd say. $100 like mid-tier, like 50 to 100 for like first time, like smaller conventions. Sometimes it's even free depending on like circumstances, but that is even for America standards, this is very much overpriced. Unless you're an event like Anime Expo, you have no reason to be pricing your stuff like this, especially if you're a first-year event. So after inconsistent communication, they just pretty much dropped their plans. And if you guys end up doing, I do want to link their experience actually, if I can find it real quick. I want to find their Twitter so that you guys can support them. I have 2. We are listing 2 artists here today, but. There's 2. The 2 I wanna link back to both artists at least. I know they're on Twitter. That's the only thing. I think they mostly operate on Facebook, both artists. But I'm at least gonna give y'all their Twitter so that you guys can go support them. Especially if there's any Filipinos who want to go get some really nice Pokemon merch. I think it's very much useful that we support these people who were just like. Fucked over, honestly. I don't know how nicely to put it. I can't put it nicely. They were quite literally fucked over. Quite literally fucked over. Okay, I found their post. Here's their original post if you'd like to look more into it. Here you go, chat. Here you go. And I love their booth. They have so many cool, like, stickers. Oh, I want to actually showcase their booth real quick. This is their booth. This is what they could have had at Pokeverse. Look, they have, like, shirts. They have shirts, they have stickers, they have prints, they have like all this really, really cool. Like, look at that! How can you mistreat an artist like this? Like, that's a sick ghost Pokemon shirt. What the fuck? so good. Look at that mouse. Look at that little wrist rester of all the evolutions. God, it's so cute. Fuck, please support them, chat. Please support them. I'm gonna cry if you don't. So don't make me cry. If you look into my, I was actually wearing one of those dance shirts. I haven't looked at your performance because I didn't want to share any footage of it, honestly, because I think your friend was kind of in the frame, if I remember correctly, and I wanted to respect their phobia, actually. But if you can provide me like a quick link to like a safe one, you know, you're more than welcome to, but I do want to respect your friend first and foremost. So I really didn't watch it as much as I wanted to. I did see it, but I didn't want to put them in a bigger space, or put them in a big front audience like that with their phobia. I get it, man. I fucking get it. Okay, so the second artist we need to highlight here is Marie, or 𝗕𝗺 Now they make these amazingly cute knitted dolls right here, and they sell other types of plushies and handmade products. So cute, by the way. But pretty much she was told a similar treatment as Dan, added that they actually attended all 3 days. They attended all 3 days of the convention. So this is actually a lot more in depth. If you'd like to look at this one, I'll link their Facebook page to it. Here you go, chat. So additionally, as she recalled her time at the event as following: doll setups, hall was empty, artists and merchants were limited, programming felt stretched, and everything felt like a photo op. And you'll see what we mean by this at the end. She also made a point to call out rates for attendees and artists being very unreasonable. And again, if you guys are in the Philippines, I think both Dan and I want to say 𝗕𝗺 are going to be going to ToyCon, which I think is going to be happening. Is it this week? Is it today actually for you guys? The ToyCon is ToyCon soon. I think ToyCon is soon for you guys. But please, if you guys do see them at those events, ToyCon's happening tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow. Yeah, it's this weekend. It's this weekend. I think they're both going to be there. I know Dan confirmed to be there. So if you guys can, please support them. Please support them if you can. They definitely didn't need this mistreatment. Listen, I'm a big shit poster, so I just find this part personally, like, funny, but I don't know that. That's just me being a stinky fucking American with bad humor, okay? So, next up, we talked about this, we previewed this a little bit earlier, but Ravioli Man. Who the fuck is Ravioli Man? He's an icon of misfortune, if anything. He's the icon. He was like, how do you describe it? Like, someone that you see before like a bad event happens. I don't know what you call it. Like, there's a mythological term for it. Like a sign. He was like a sign of bad comings. There you go. Like a sign of bad comings. So during day 1 of Pokeverse, this was a bad omen. He is a bad omen. He really was the bad omen. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So during day 1 of Pokeverse, a mysterious man walked around eating sauce and ravioli from his pocket. And of course, ravioli, give me the formioli. But we also know that from the popular Filthy Frank style kind of humor. But yeah, despite the prankster, he had bad BO smell, and he made people really uncomfortable. So a lot of attendees actually tried reporting him, but staff didn't do anything at all. Oh yeah, fair to know. Yeah, like I said, this is day 1. This is day 1, man. This is day 1. So despite all the reports, the only reason why he got kicked out was because he started rubbing all of his ravioli on a sponsor booth. That was the only reason why he got kicked out, was because he fucked with the sponsor booth. Not that he was harassing people, not that he was making kids uncomfortable, not that he smelled like BO. Just because he fucked with the sponsor booth. I don't understand. It's in a jar. It's a jar right there. I don't know if you can see his jar. The man has not been identified, and no one knows his whereabouts to this day. And of course, Rita, you did mention that the ticket rates, you know, when you pay for that kind of ticket rate, it goes. They say it goes to crowd control and safety. Where was it at this point? Where was it? Where was the safety that they promised? There was unsupervised kids running around this event. And this man was just going, boo, 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 boo. I'm eating ravioli and I smell like pee pee poo poo. And I'm gonna rub my stuff on the sponsor. Oop, I got kicked out. And I don't know how true this is. From what I understand, I think he tried coming back? Question mark? I think he tried coming back afterwards. But I don't know if he was kicked out again or if he just didn't show up. I don't know. Can Filipino bros tell me if he did come back and he got like re-kicked out again? Making guests uncomfortable, Pokeverse sleeves. Messing with sponsors, that's going too far. The safety of the sponsors, obviously. Exactly. How they got a picture of him right there. We're censoring faces for legality reasons, you silly billies. He'll say, so he did come back. He did come back. So yeah, apparently he came back then. He came back. Even after getting kicked out. I think it's heard that he went back, but I can't get kicked out again. So he did come back, but no one can confirm the whereabouts after that point, I think. Yeah, they just let him back in. They let him back in. So that is Ravioli. That is the legend of Ravioli and the icon of misfortune. The bad omen of Pokeverse. So so around here is around like when day 2 begins. So on day 2, they ran out of wristbands, of course. The theory is they may have given too many free tickets away to kids, which that makes sense. This is the funniest part. This is the biggest Dashcon moment right here. Like, if this isn't Dashcon 2024, born 2020, welcome back Dashcon vibe, I don't know what is. Because one of the staff organizers tells Rita, try the inflatables, they're fun. And I'm not kidding, the picture you see on the right side is an actual picture from Pokeverse. And I just love that none of it's Pokemon themed. I love the part that's just none of it's Pokemon themed. Do these even have Pokemon? No, they have a random bull on it though. That's close enough to Pokemon, right? They at least have a bounce house. Do they have a bounce house? Can Filipino attendees tell me that they have a bounce house? I'm sorry. This is the part that just absolutely killed me here. Try the inflatables. Yeah, that's my favorite Pokemon ever. Bull. Yeah, Dashcon didn't die. It just went to the Philippines. It just went to the Philippines, man. Of course, if you were a cosplayer starting that day, and I think on Sunday as well, lots of unsupervised children will probably harass and follow you. Because, you know, unsupervised children, they don't know what to do. Not their fault. But at the same time, like... I'm staring at this right now, and I'm just like, how did we get here? What went wrong? They just had to put it, but did they have a back-breaking foam pit? No, they didn't, but this is the closest. I need a drunk tank with a fat guy in a Pikachu Kiku. I volunteer to be that fat guy. Nah, man, that's a general thing. If you see I'm super child bitch, you run. Well, first of all, you take that to, like, security, but I'll be real, I doubt there's any security there. This is what killed me. That's what killed me. Alrighty. So 1984, I called them the 1984 cameraman because I like the way that, oh shit. Oops. Sorry about that. There we go. I call them 1984 cameraman because I like the way that Rita called them. It was like quite literally 1984. Just being constantly like surveillanced all the time, because the friggin' rest area was torn down with the beanbags and rest area being moved to the main stage area. So if you sat in this area or near it, the camera crew were just constantly filming you, apparently. They were filming everything too. Like constant filming, cameras in your face. Including children and cosplayers. Now, cosplayers, maybe I could be like, I mean, they're adults at least. I would hope that they're adults. But the children part was like, oh, you can't just film children like that. That's just not right. Socially, don't do that. So many voice concerns for minors being filmed. That was really the main reason. Cosplayers used in the rest areas as longer because they weren't provided one. Oh, I see. Cosplayers were adjusting their cosplay. All I can say is this as a cosplayer that hurt my back. Jeez. Hell, they wanted to cover themselves for being allegedly money laundering. Well, we're being filmed children and cosplayers adjusting themselves. Some cosplayers were changing in there because there was no changing room. So cosplayers literally went to this rest area to go change, and there was no privacy or anything. Why were they filming? Because listen, it's common for events. So here's like my more adventure side coming forward and kind of explaining like why were they constantly filming. I can give you a little bit of perspective on this. And I don't think the culture here in America kind of reflects what's in the Philippines. But at least in America, when we buy our badges to conventions or we purchase like a ticket or something, the ticket also represents a contract. And usually at conventions, the contract states that yes, you will be filmed by our official crew only. If anyone else like tries to film you, you need to tell people right away, etc., etc. But usually at events, when you buy a badge, you give your consent to film. Now that doesn't make it right. That does not make filming children correct, or filming cosplayers trying to get dressed correct. Okay, but just a little bit of insight. That's how it works here in America. It could work differently in the Philippines, but of course that doesn't make it right. And it's very common for events, of course, to like take pictures, record their events just for promotional purposes for the next year, to document and show to potential sponsors who wish to come to the event. But let's be real. They had no intention of doing that. They had no intention. I saw no intent of that possibly happening. Let's be real. This probably won't even be happening this year. I'm gonna put $100 on your 𝗠ście right now. If this event doesn't happen next year, I will super chat one of your 𝗠щes for $100. Because I'm telling you now, it probably is not going to happen next year. There's a permission consent disclaimer display at the con was only done a few times. Use it for highlight videos. I was featured without my knowledge at least 6 times on my account. I saw the camera once. I visibly tried to hide myself, but they still put it up. And that's another thing too. A lot of camera people are supposed to know etiquette for like, you know, if someone obviously looks uncomfortable, they need to stop filming or like not include it or like delete it from their thing. Okay. A lot. That's just like very, very common, you know, etiquette for people that do a lot of press stuff, a lot of filming, photography. You should know that. But they obviously didn't. They knew nobody would come back next year, so they filmed the behavior to train artificial intelligence to fake the visitors next year. Jesus Christ. Okay. VIP perks? No, you pay again! And poor Rita becomes a staff member. Poor Rita becomes a staff member. For a meet and greet boost for Veronica Taylor and Jason Page, you can get a selfie for 500 peso, which is, I lost my little, lost my conversion thing. So 500 peso is, I believe, it's about like $9. For a autograph, it's 1,500, which is $25. And then for both you get it at a discount for like 34. Now I gotta say that's really good prices for, at least for compared to the United States. I've had to pay like almost $200 to $500 for a selfie or an autograph with like a celebrity at like a Comic-Con. So I don't know. I'm just coming for a place of privilege. I'm sorry. However, those with VIP Timex reported that they were not able to redeem their VIP perks and had to pay again. There was pretty much no point in having. We saw it earlier. Hold on, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back, chat. We're gonna go back. We're going back here. We're going back real quick. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? They were promised 4 headline signatures. Didn't happen. 1 free headline signature. Didn't happen. Telling people the price of the autographs is so funny. Yes, and that's the second part to this chat. Chat, this is the second part to this part. For the fucking meet and greets. second part of it. Poor Rita, who is in the YouTube chat right now. God bless her soul, by the way. God bless their soul. Staff wasn't present at all during these meet and greets. So there was no one supervising the guests, actually. Especially during Veronica's meet and greet. And poor Rita had to act as staff. This left me just in fucking shock, man. Like, as someone, I literally just came back from Off-Kai Expo, okay? And like, the thought of an Off-Kai Expo attendee having to man like a VTuber's meet and greet because there was no staff there, like that's the comparison for me. And just the thought of that, just it leaves me empty. Not empty, but it leaves me feel like just angry. Like, how can you just abandon your guests like that? That wouldn't happen here. Can we get one for Rita? Yeah, can we get big posties for Rita for being the best Pokeverse staff member of the whole con? That this was held in Megamo, which is one of the most common venues for anime conventions, and the price of these are already scanned before it even began. Oh, I'll talk about that here in a bit, actually, because that's a point that I did bring up in like our lessons learned section. Oh, okay, so oh my god, this fucking stamp rally thing. This is also another thing that pissed me the fuck off. So, stamp rally? No, it's Trainer Quest. What are you talking about, Trainer Quest? So Pokeverse held what they called a Trainer Quest. It's pretty much a glorified stamp rally where attendees had to post 9 pictures on social media attacking Pokeverse, the Pokeverse account, and get a signed card to win a 1,000 peso Miniso gift card. And of course, 1,000 is 17 bucks. 17 bucks for us Burgerlands. However, you couldn't take a picture of the Make-A-Wish booth, and that's gonna be really important for later. It's gonna be so important, chat. But here's the thing. Booths were not informed about this, so Rita and a couple other people had to go back to booths and explain last minute, like, hey, you need to sign this. And you gotta, like, you know, you gotta do these. Also, I really like a Miniso. I don't know, I'm a big fan. I would actually kill for a Miniso gift card, though. Yeah, put a pin on that, chat. Put a pin on that. It gets worse though. Chat, is this okay? So I'm going to give y'all some backstory, some preface to this next section, because this is gonna be the straw that breaks the camel's back here. This is the straw that broke the camel's back for me for this event. So Rita, the person, of course, who originally reported on the Pokeverse PH controversy, attended the event due to winning tickets from a singing contest. They were promised to sing with the Pokemon opening theme with Jason Page. However, they were never given a chance to rehearse with Jason, so it was all kind of impromptu, already big red flag energy right there. However, on the day that they were set to sing with Jason and with the other winners, staff informed them that you will go up... Oh, I'm so angry. I'm actually fuming right now. Just I'm about to read this, and I'm fuming. You will go up on stage with Mr. Page and the other winners after the Make-A-Wish segment. The what? The huh? The huh? The Make-A... The what? And chat, this is... You know the cancer kids that we mentioned earlier? Well, let's make a wish those kids are dead, because they ended up going on stage with 14 immunocompromised, terminally ill children wearing face masks. It was also reported that one child couldn't stand, and staff had to get them a chair. 14 immunocompromised cancer kids in front of a massive crowd! Do you not understand why this is fucked up? The worst part about this made. Children introduce themselves one by one, so they were sharing a microphone. That means you're passing around germs to terminally ill cancer patients. And the cherry on top of this, the event was live streamed on Facebook. This part of the event was live streamed onto Facebook. And there was so many cameras in these kids' faces. And so many people, including Rita herself, me too, I didn't even say, and I'm in shock. I'm in fucking shock. That somehow, well, not only that the organizers of Pokeverse thought this was okay, that the people from Make-A-Wish thought this was okay to do. So I'm not only blaming, you know, Pokeverse for this, but I'm also kind of blaming the Make-A-Wish people, because how could they say yes to something like this? Putting these kids at risk. I feel lightheaded too, man! I feel so lightheaded! Yeah, what parents would be okay with this too? I'm so lightheaded, chat. I'm fuming. I am angry at this because I'm gonna come from personal experience now. I was definitely a sick kid growing up. I didn't have cancer or anything, but I do have a heart condition, and I spent a lot of my childhood in and out of the hospital and being sick all the time, and it's not fun. And it caused me to miss out on so many things in my life. Like I really wouldn't go outside much because I was afraid of getting sick and like having to go to the hospital because I did not like being in the hospital. I missed out on a lot of sports throughout my childhood because my doctor said my heart would probably fucking pop in the middle of a field if I didn't take care of myself properly. And to see this, it leaves me so angry. It leaves me angry, like. I want to cry. I want to cry because it's like, I know the fear of like being a sick kid and being out in public and everything. It makes me want to cry. It makes me want to cry. This was the thing that really, like, football, your heart pops. Yep, pretty much. And like, I think this was the part that made me really want to report on this. Like this one right here. Like, yeah. We're laughing at the stamp, rather. We're laughing at we're taking a good laugh at like the 1984 cameraman, the ravioli man, the inflatables. But at the end of the day, this is what needs to be talked about. This is what needs to truly be talked about right here. Who the fuck thought this was okay? When was this again? Because depending on when this was held, it was undergoing hellish. This was 2 weeks ago. May 31st through June 2nd. At least Dashcon did put live to, that could be debated. I could debate that till the cows come home. But this is the thing that I really wanted to like bring light to, was this specific part right here, because I don't know, I grew up a sick kid too. And my parents loved me enough to not put me at risk. But somehow we're here. Somehow we live in this timeline. I took the Make-A-Wish thing, and personally I couldn't stop crying after the I take it personally right now too, man. That's what I mean. If I took this so personally, I'm a VTuber who could be playing a video game instead of talking about a Filipino Pokemon event that turned into Dashcon. Are they okay? So right now we don't have any word on how these kids are doing right now. We don't have any word on it. So I pray that they're okay. I hope they're okay. I hope they're not sick. Because no child deserves to be put at risk like this, man. No child at all. Okay, I'm gonna move on from this because I'm gonna get more heated. And just the slide in itself should be enough to like, you know, kind of convince you how bad this was. So I'm gonna move on from it. I'm sorry, I don't want to get too heated to the point where it's like I get more angry. So try to process the total whip, I should bring in a bunch of Make-A-Wish kids up on stage. Exactly. But wait, chat, there's more! There's more! So this is more of Rita's perspective. So Rita was forced to sing once more with the winners from the Cosplay Contest TCG tournament. However, if they want to correct me on this, I don't think they ended up doing it. However, the convention did compensate Rita for a 2,500 Miniso gift card and 2 other gifts for performing and winning the trainer quest. And 2,500, I think that's $42. $42. However, in order to get some of these gifts, the staff really insisted that they provide their phone number. I sang twice after the make-a-wish. Oh, you sang twice. So you sang twice. It was with Jason and then with the winners as well. Or without Jason. It was once with Jason, once without Jason with the winners. So... Who in the right way was sent a gift card as compensation? Listen. Do not redeem. Do not redeem. But as well, they really insisted that she needed to give her phone number, which that's not okay and common at all. In fact, you should never give personal information like that to any convention unless you are guesting or you need to make a contract with them. Listen, I did a lot of I did some contract work for Offkai Expo, and oh my god, hello. Why is it suddenly windy outside? I'm sorry. There's like a huge storm coming through me. There's a huge storm happening outside. Just it's happening randomly. Hello? Can I check my... Hold on, I'm gonna check the weather radar. Am I not on a warning or something? Oh, fuck. Oh no, tornado outside. Oh no. Oh no, I think I have a tornado outside. I don't think so, though. Oh no, it's just baby. No, it's fine. Okay, anyway, sorry. Sorry to get distracted. That really freaked me out for a second. No, the Pokeverse people are coming for me. Oh no, chat. Oh no. Anyways, okay, sorry. So, the cherry on top of all this is the fact that Rita also reported that her best friend had scopophobia, which is the fear of being watched or stared at. So what happened was her friend got recorded, even though, like, you know, they didn't really, like, consent to it, or they didn't, they did their best to avoid, but they still recorded her, and they put it up on, like, multiple social media, and she literally begged the staff to take down their friend's photos and videos. But from what I understand, I don't think they ever complied. It was never taken down from... actually, Rita, do you have an update on that? I don't know if you have an update on that. I made my handwriting so terrible that it didn't give me a receipt. As you should, 𝗕𝗿! As you should! As soon as on later time, I will be processing info properly, but man, more info dumping hits you hard. Despite promising, but despite promising. Yeah, despite promising. They never did it. They never did it. No, it's still up! Yep, it's still up! It's still up despite asking for it to be taken down. Promised they would take it down, but it was never taken down. So the aftermath. This is the aftermath of this event. So after Pokeverse ended, Rita and many attendees began reviewing the convention negatively and withdrew their support of the event. A lot of people did this. Pokeverse ended up replying to Rita, claiming that they are busy with post-production. Bitch, we're busy post-production at Offkai too, but we're still answering people's fucking questions. Holy fuck. But they're going to be investigating any claims further and will accept feedback via DMs. That's never a good sign as well either. Never a good sign. There have been reports of organizers calling the local community haters for criticizing Pokeverse and wanting to distance themselves from them. So this is, for me, this is such a huge red flag too. When the event organizers are like, actually, you're just really big haters because, you just didn't give our event a fair chance and you're biased, and, they give all these excuses. That's never a good sign. Especially, no event organizers should do that. If you ever organize events, you should know never to pull that shit. And then finally, there is a rumor. I did see a screenshot of this, but I couldn't re-find this post. So if anyone could provide clarification for this, that would be really, really lovely. But there is rumor that Veronica Taylor, again, she is the 4Kids Ash voice actress. She was never compensated for her appearance. I think she's still currently waiting for her compensation to come through. She was never compensated. Shut the fuck up. Of course you're biased when you pay that much for a ticket. You're entitled to be biased in this case. If there's a snag in the event, that we're gonna need to own up and make amends properly. No excuses. Yes, she said that in a reply to OOC Poke. Oh shit, are you okay? Yeah, I was trying to find that post. I was trying to find it. But yes, she was never compensated for her appearance. And you know what? You're right, Zeon. It does check out. But she was paid for the autographs. She was paid for the autographs, but not for any appearance fees. So how it works when you guest at events here in America is you have different fees set up for different things. For example, if it's just an appearance at the event, like you appear at a panel or you appear at like the opening ceremonies, or you do like a performance, that's called an appearance fee or performance fee. That's usually just the base fee for showing up on like the guest list and appearing at the con. And then you have like your autograph, your selfie fees, or anything like that. So you set like a base price, and or maybe you work like a price with like the convention to be like, okay, we can split this 50-50. That's pretty much how that works. But it really checks out that the fact that she hasn't been compensated for the appearance, but I mean, at least she got like the autographs at least. Someone said she was doing this for money, and she said herself that she isn't going to be compensated. Oh, I see. That's honestly the least surprising thing so far. So yes, that is the aftermath of everything, chat. So lessons learned. What can we learn? So for those that are new to conventions, I really want to take this time to also teach you guys like any red flags, or like tell you guys what possible things you can look out for in newer events or events that may be local to your area. You may be wondering, like, how can I event from going to my own Pokeverse? I don't want to go to a Pokeverse. I don't want to go to a Dashcon. I don't want to go to a Rainforest. Well, here's a couple that we can at least learn from Pokeverse. So convention scans are still alive and well. You've got to do your research, man. I would say always be cautious of first year events, and Pokeverse is an example of that. And I've seen it many times before where first year events tend to be the most riskiest for both conventions and attendees, because unless they mention that, like, hey, this staff is coming in from like this old convention, or like we have this much experience, or there's like a really validated company behind it, like for example like Crunchyroll, or like even the Pokemon company themselves says like they're sponsoring this, then like, yeah, it can be okay. But if they don't have that many big names behind them, they have like a few guests, like if it's like if it all around reeks sussiness, just do your research, man. You just gotta do your research. Hold on, the Feng Shui group and NFT could be ready for American-sized possible lawsuit. See, though, here's the thing. We can easily see here in America, we can't say let's lawsuit them. But unfortunately, this did take place in the Philippines, and I'm not too familiar with how Filipino law works when it comes to lawsuits, or how valid a lawsuit would be in this situation, because every country has different lawsuit laws. Pokeverse made me realize that depending on your POV, you could be alienated by the local Pokemon community, or said community no red flags enough to not even talk about this. That's why I really wanted to like highlight this and make this like a learning experience for those who would, who want to go to cons, because I know a lot of VTubers, a lot of VTuber fans, Pokemon fans, very niche community fandoms. If you see an event pop up where it's like, oh, like, they're hosting an event for my favorite fandom, I want to go to it, you still need to do your research, and you still need to look out for these red flags. It'll be tricky, unfortunately, since there really isn't specific law on these kind of things. Exactly. To be honest, I was wary of Akai when it was first announced. You had every right to be wary. Everyone has a right to be wary of first-time events until you see them like actually happen and the actual event happens. That's usually how they get super popular on like year 2 and 3. for new events, they usually get their popularity not on the first event. They get their popularity on year 2 and 3. Very common. So yeah, another red flag. Inconsistency and constantly changing information is never normal. Especially if it is information that is given to very important sectors like guests, artist alley, boothing, vendors, whatever, even to attendees. If they're constantly changing, if they're constantly saying it's going to be this thing, but then they change it the next day to say it's going to be this thing, or maybe they say, oh shit, this is going to happen, and then they end up being not happening. It's not normal for information to be constantly changing and being inconsistent. It's not normal. So another thing, prices can be the red flag. Compare and contrast on local events, and that's a thing that we also brought up earlier. So we use ToyCon as an example for it was my base example for like most Filipino events, but that's like the usual Filipino event, or like pricing for it. For me, for those that live in the US, definitely look locally. For example, like if you go to California, let's say a new Comic-Con pops up in California, and they're naming like all these guests and everything, and they have some sussy little NFT companies, but they also have like some inconsistent changing information. Look at the prices. If it's anything above like $200 to $500 for a one-day entry fee, that's usually the biggest red flag in the world. Random question, but I also need to know your favorite Pokemon support. Jirachi! Jirachi is my favorite because Jirachi is literally me! So Eepee! And we both have stars and we're both blue. But yes, pricing can be a red flag. Compare and contrast. Never look at local conventions to compare and contrast between this event and that event. If it's an already established event and you see their prices increasing, that is normal, I will say. Price increases can be normal depending on the location and the event itself. For example, Anime Los Angeles is a convention here in America, specifically in California, and they have been increasing their prices throughout the years by like $10, $15, $20. But that's because they're actually bringing in more great guests, more variety of guests, and they have a lot of hotels that a lot of people can say that are under their hotel convention package. So price increases, I wouldn't really worry about that, but initial pricing is what you should be looking at. This is my personal big red flag for me. I always love looking at how the treatment of their staff and artists reflect the quality of the event. If it only to anime cons, there's only 2 notorious organizers that are somewhat consistent. That's good. So if you see any staff at a new event that are from that organization, you should definitely you shouldn't be as worried, but still gotta look out for it. But yes, the treatment of staff and artists do reflect the quality of the event. So definitely look at or ask around if anyone. How do I properly word this? Because like it's kind of hard when it's a first time event and they haven't really announced like all the vendors or anything. But definitely look who is going to be boothing there. What artists are going to be there? Ask them how they've been treated so far and behind the scenes. What type of stuff have staff been doing behind the scenes? How have they been treated behind the scenes? Because let's be real, if they're being treated poorly, you gotta expect the attendees to be treated poorly. So it's a bread and butter sort of thing. So lack of communication between attendees and staff is very bad. It's a very, very big red flag. I would even say I had my own faults in this past offkite. There was some lack of communication between some certain events that I was running, but we were able to fix it right away, thankfully, and it didn't cause too many issues. But constant lack of communication between attendees and staff, where it's like you don't know like what's going on, what kind of discounts are happening, who should get special privileges, who doesn't, who's staffing what, who isn't. Very bad. Very 𝗕𝗄𝗄. Very, very bad. Very bad. And I think this is one that I've seen. This is like another big red flag of mine. And I've seen it constantly. And I've seen this so many times, chat, here in America and around the world. Negative responses to backlash by organizers says it all. It really does at the end of the day. Like, if an attendee has a bad experience, it is your job as a organizer to be able to accept that feedback, whether it's productive or not. Because I'll be real, even with Offkai, there was some feedback that we got that were just like, I mean, like, we can't really do much about it, but we are going to take that feedback no matter what, because maybe that can give us a better idea of how to structure things for next year. As productive or unproductive it is, always responding negatively to how do I say it? Negative responses to backlash never work out in the organizer or the event's favor. And personally for me, I wouldn't support an event where the organizers are just constantly calling attendees like haters, or people who are criticizing it haters. So these are all the lessons learned from Pokeverse. If you're new to cons, I highly recommend you just keep an eye out for all of these. There's more red flags to cons, by the way. Way more red flags. And we can all learn from different events like Dashcon, Firefest, Rainforest, especially Firefest. I think Firefest is a really, really better comparison for Pokeverse than anything. Getting defenses and understanding that there are issues that need to be fixed or improved on. It's a red flag, and things will not change. Exactly. So yeah, if you're new to cons, please look out for these. I really want to turn at least this Pokeverse situation into a learning experience for those who are new to events. It doesn't even matter if we're in the Philippines or if you're in the United States, you're in Japan, you're in Europe, whatever it may be. These lessons can be applied to any event that you go to. And if there is another event out there like this, please don't be afraid to speak up on it. Even if the organizers come after you, it is the public's right to be able to know that these events are bad. And that was the failure of Pokeverse. I hope I did a decent job. I keep forgetting there was once a furry con in the Philippines. I think there's a couple of furry cons still in the Philippines. Oh god, I've been to Homicide. I heard about Firefest. Yeah, there's a legit being bad for no reason. Comic Kid Pride is also happening this week. There's a themed art market for Pride. Oh, that's so nice! So if you are a Filipino, if you do live in the Philippines, there are a couple events that are happening this week. Actual good events, mind you. Actual good events that I would recommend to you guys. Comic Kid Pride and Toy Con are happening this weekend. So please be sure to check out those events if you're a Filipino and want to attend an actual good event that's not Pokeverse and it's run by very good and genuine people. The Super Education says how many people want to attend their first con soon. The only time I found out was during an internship. My supervisor said that there was furries outside the office. Oh, and OnLive as well, because OnLive is in for a couple more weeks. But I will show OnLive at least. I will hardcore show OnLive right now. But there we go! Wow! OnLive! Wow! Another event you should go to! Wow! So speaking of Filipino events, I will be at OnLive. I'm a Stinky Burger American. Nice to meet you. The Stinky Burger American, very rude, very crude, very ugly, will be going to OnLive in the Philippines as well. I will not be there in person, but I will be there virtually doing a meet and greet as well as a performance. I will hopefully be performing some MNL48 songs, actually. I really am a big fan of MNL48. They just came out with their new song, Summertime. Please stream Summertime by MNL48. Thank you. But yes, I will be performing some Tagalog songs. I'm working very, very hard to work on my pronunciation, but I apologize if I sound kind of Yes, I am in love. I am M in love. I have been M in love since debut. I've been M in love since debut. Let me sing the Beanie song. I thought about singing Beanie, but I haven't thought about it yet. I gotta learn some of their new stuff. But yeah, but other than me showing OnLive, that was the failure of Pokeverse. So one more time before I close things off for today. Who am I? Hi, my name is Nyaru. I'm an idol VTuber. I'm a shooting star idol VTuber. Actually, I've been streaming variety content for 3+ years on Twitch and YouTube. I have done deep dives like this before. If you want to check out another one of mine, please check out the canceling of Hatsune Miku, how Mikuverse failed in North America. I highly recommend that. That's one of my favorite ones I've done. But I also do regular streaming every single day. Although I think it's a little bit late for you guys, or a little bit early in the morning for everyone in the Philippines. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hope everyone's having a great morning so far. And then I'm also 2 decades old Pokemon fan. I've been playing Pokemon since I was 5 years old. My favorite generation is the 3rd generation. My favorite Pokemon is 𝗟𝘆ecie. And the longest playtime I've had on a Pokemon game was 500 hours in Pokemon Platinum. And then as for con experiences, you guys heard me talk about a little bit of my con experience. I've been staffing for cons for 10+ years here in America. I gained my knowledge through organizing events, concerts, volunteering, and running anime conventions. And I'm always happy to provide insight for those who are new to conventions or want to understand more what goes on behind the scenes at conventions. And then, of course, anything I said here, I provide my own insight, but my views and opinions are my own. Everything here is alleged, just for legality reasons, because I don't know how Filipino law works. Everything here is alleged. And please do not harass anyone for any reason. And of course, I'm glad we got to learn before we reacted to everything. And of course, big thank you to 𝗵𝘁𝗵𝗺 for sacrificing their well-being. I hate to say but thank you for sacrificing your well-being to go to a fucking shit show, man. Can we give it up for Rita? Can we give it up for Rita? Honestly, the real big star of this. They are the real star of this. They sacrifice their well-being and their sanity to attend an event like this. It's quite astonishing that something like this can even happen. But thank you so much for stepping up and talking about this. As an event organizer myself, we need to hold more people like this accountable, and it's very important that attendees do speak up when shit like this happens. I want to say there was another. I just want to see if there was another space to be a Pokemon fan. Well, that's what you guys got Pokecon as well. Pokecon is gonna be happening. Actually, is there an update on Pokecon? Is that gonna be happening soon? Pokecon. Oh, August 17th. So Pokecon. So if you want to attend a real Pokemon convention, Pokecon will be happening August 17th. Shippa! I'll put it up here. I'll put it up here for you guys. This is a real Pokemon event you can attend to in the Philippines. MMPokemon.com! Yeah, mask required! But yes, vendors, artists, and games, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and trading card game, booster box prizes, $100 cash prizes, takes place in Roseville, MN, August 17th. Wait, is this even the right one? That's not the right one, LMAO. Baltimore Pokecon. That's not the right one, LMAO. That's not the right. Oh, MN Pokecon? Why is there so many Pokecon events? September 6th today. Oh, 68th. Okay, I'm sorry. Ah! I need a Pokecon Philippines. I should put Philippines. Should I put Philippines? Yeah, that would have been smart. Yeah, that would have been really fucking smart. There we go. Here's the right one. Here, wow, here's the right one. LMAO. Here we go. This is the right one. Wait, that's in 2023. That's 2023. God damn it! Why did they? Was not prepared to shill. Was not prepared to shill. I was not prepared to shill, but it'll be happening in September. Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't prepared to shill. Was not prepared to shill. There we go. Now I have it. Now I have it. Now I have it. There we go. VTuber Scruff. What you expect here? Yeah, give it up for VTuber Scruff. There we go. So Pokemon PH 2024 will be happening September 6th to the 8th, 2024. You should attend this one, not this one. This one. Attend this one. Yay! There we go. I'm sorry. I'm a dumb, silly American. We're selfish. We're loud, and we're silly. Yeah, the real Pokemon experience. But I hope that this was a very, very informative panel. Thank the panel. Well, I call it a panel because like this is just a con panel. I do a lot of my deep dives in convention style panels or events. So yeah, I call it a panel. I'm sorry. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you. I didn't intend on this to be super, super long. But I also appreciate all of the how do you say it again? Friends? Say friends in Tagalog.
Mga kaibigan.
Mga kaibigan! Mga kaibigan! Oh my mga kaibigan! Kamusta? Thank you for coming! Kaibigan! Yeah! Everyone is kaibigan! I'm trying to brush up on my Filipino for online. Please understand. Thank you guys. I really hope everyone enjoyed this, and I'm so glad I can give a little bit of a boost to what happened here. And I'm always on the side of the attendee, if anything. I want you guys to hopefully get justice from this, especially those poor kids that had to go through that bullshit that was the Make-A-Wish segment of this convention. That still left me very much fuming. But if you guys would like to continue following me or supporting me, I also want to support you guys as well. So please let me know if you guys have any commissions or anything like that. I do have a Discord, and I do have a Twitter as well. Well, X more than I call it Twitter still. I don't fucking care. But if you guys would like to continue supporting me, I would love it. And then of course, like I said, I will be on live VTuber events in the Philippines. I hope you guys can come by. It's in Quezon City. The Elements at LTN Centris. You should come and do meet and greet with me. Yeah, and watch me perform MNL48 songs because I am in love. Because I love MNL48. I love all the AKB48 groups, but MNL48, it has such a good style. Okay. Thank you again, everyone. Thank you, everyone. I don't really have like a party. I didn't really plan on how I was gonna end this stream, but again, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Let's see if we can raid a Filipino VTuber. Oh yeah, you can smash that like button and hit that subscribe button, question mark. I don't know, I'm poor at promoting myself. I just wanted to give a platform for this bullshit. Okay, let me see. Let's find a Filipino VTuber. I think finding a Filipino VTuber would be really nice. Let's see. Do you guys actually have recommendations on like a Filipino VTuber we can go say hello to? Would anyone even be streaming at this time? Jesus Christ. Would anyone even be streaming at this time? We can look up PH. If not, I just raid one of my friends, I guess. It's like it's like 8 a.m. for you guys. Yeah, I'll just raid into someone I would like to recommend to you guys. How about that? We can go raid. Okay, on YouTube, you guys can go say hello to. Oh, you guys can say hi to Pam. Pretty sure you guys know Play Asia. Okay, and then for Twitch, you can go say hello to. I need to make more Filipino friends. That just made me realize something. That made me realize I need to make more friends with. Oh wait, is Pam also streaming? Oh, she's also streaming on Twitch. We could go raid Pam then. Raid Pam. Yay, Pam Love will be our raid message today. So on Twitch we do not do, or on YouTube we don't do a raid message, but on Twitch we do, because stinky. YouTube stinky. Pam Love Rave. There's our raid message for Pam. There we go. Alrighty. I think we're good here. I think we're good. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much again for the opportunity to talk about Pokeverse. I hope I look forward to hopefully meeting some of you guys on live. Happy Independence Day. It's still technically Independence Day for Filipinos here in America. So I'm going to say Happy Independence Day to you guys. I always find it kind of ironic that I did the stream on y'all's Independence Day. But I did it, and I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it. Please share the VOD and let people know about this event. And so today, hopefully, we can hold people accountable. Thank you guys so much again. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you guys hopefully on live or in future streams as well. We'll be playing Shashingo tomorrow, as well as I think we're also, what are we doing tomorrow? Fuck. Oh, I also like idols. So if you want to come watch my music videos, yeah, come by, and we're playing Shashingo. Okay. おつにゃ